Hey everyone, so today we're doing a very exciting video. In this video, we are going to be trying 7 of the best or top rated drugstore concealers. Now in the past, I've done a video just like this one, but for top rated drugstore foundations. And at first you guys didn't really seem to be interested in the video, but the longer I had it up, the more views it seemed to gain. And a lot of the comments said how helpful the video was, so I thought that I should carry it over and try drugstore concealers, because if you're anything like me, you have wondered what drugstore concealers don't crease under your eyes, because a lot of people think only high-end concealers are like really good for under your eyes and not creasing, but in actuality, you'll see throughout this video, I found some pretty good concealers that don't crease that are from the drugstore and really affordable, so that's exciting. But yeah, so really quickly, I'm just gonna show you the 7 concealers. Keep in mind right now when I'm filming the intro, I've already tried all of the concealers, but throughout this video, you're going to see me apply each concealer, tell you a little bit about it, wear it throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, I'm showing you what the concealer looks like after 10 hours, 12 hours of wear. So hopefully by the end of this, you guys have a good idea of what these concealers have to offer. Anyways, I feel like I'm getting out a lot of info in a really short period of time, but okay, I'm gonna show you the concealers we have. So here are the 7 concealers. We have the CoverGirl Outlast All Day, Wet n Wild Mega Glow, this Maybelline one, and this one's supposed to be a dupe for the Shape Tape, so you'll see if that's any good. The Revlon Photo Ready, the Hard Candy Glamouflage, Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and then the Revlon Color Stay. These all are very highly rated online. There are other concealers that are high rated too, but I just picked 7, so. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into trying all of these concealers out on our face, under our eyes, and see how they all work. Let's get into that. Hey you guys, so today, I know this is kind of like a weird angle. I'm in my room right now, it's really messy, but today I'm going to be trying the Maybelline New York concealer. It's this one. This one actually has been known to be like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, so I'm really excited to try this, because if it's that good, I'm gonna be excited, because here in Canada we can't get Shape Tape, so I've never actually tried it, but apparently it's a revolutionary concealer and this is supposed to be a dupe for it, so I'm gonna try this. Mine is in the shade 15 Fair, and I think that was the lightest shade, and it should be, it's a little yellow, but I think it'll be good, so let's try this on. The lighting in my room is so bad, and the furnace is so loud right now. I don't know why. So basically, I'm just gonna do my foundation how I normally would, and then I'll be back to put on the concealer, and then I'm gonna set all the concealers with the same setting powder, and that's the Laura Mercier setting powder. So we're gonna use the same thing for all of them, just so that nothing has like a advantage over the other, so I will be right back. Okay, so here is the foundation on. Sorry for the lighting, this is honestly bad, but once I have everything on and my makeup's done, I'll go in front of natural lighting, and then at the end of the day I'll use my ring light and everything. But here is my foundation. Nobody cares about my foundation. So here, it's just a doe foot. Just gonna use it under my eyes. Gonna blend that in. It's blending in pretty smooth and seamlessly, but I do notice that it's not super brightening. Like, being the lightest shade, it's not super light. It's more like my skin tone, so if you're super pale, the lightest shade will probably be like your skin color. Okay, there is that concealer before it's been set. As you can see, it's like the color of my foundation. It is really pretty, but I do have like deep creases right here that I always have an issue with, so we'll see if after setting it those go away. But yeah, I will report back when I'm done my makeup. Okay you guys, so here is my finished makeup with the concealer. Honestly, the concealer is holding up really good. Granted, it hasn't been on that long. I usually get a crease right here like instantly, because my eye naturally creases there, but when I unpull it, there's no like fine lines or gapping there, so it's not creasing yet. But I'm gonna wear this concealer the rest of the day, and then I'll touch back after like 10 hours, so I will see you guys then. Okay, so here is the concealer after it's been like 10 hours. So basically, after looking at my concealer, I am so impressed, you guys. My under eyes have not yet creased, which is honestly unheard of, and I never put primer under my under eyes or nothing. Their lightest shade is not super light for under the eyes, but like, it doesn't crease, so that's amazing. Right there, that's the crease I always have, so usually my makeup falls into it, and when you go like this, it looks like separated, but it doesn't. But I will say, the concealer did make my foundation separate on my forehead. That is the negative. So I'm gonna suggest this to you guys to be a under eye concealer and maybe not a full face concealer. I don't know, maybe that just reacted with the foundation I used. I used the Revlon foundation. Maybe it wouldn't happen with all of them. Either way though, under eyes look pretty good. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, and the coverage was pretty amazing too. Like, it covered my dark circles and everything, so I'm really happy with this one so far. So let's try the next concealer. Okay, so today we are trying a different concealer. Sorry if I look a little bit like beat to like the bad side. I just got out of the shower and I stayed up super late last night. That's why my room's a mess. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race with my friend Emma till like 5 in the morning. But anyways, so today I am trying out the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I am so excited to try this one, you guys. This is one of the other concealers that has been really hyped on YouTube. Like, it's supposed to be amazing, and I have never in my life tried it. I don't know why. The shade I got is in the shade Ivory. I had gotten a different shade, but then I found this one was a lighter one at a different drugstore, so I got this one. Whew, I'm really out of breath. I'm talking really fast. I'm excited. So let's go ahead and do our makeup and try this baby on. Okay, once again, here we are with this terrible lighting, but I'm just gonna quickly do my foundation and then I will be back to put on my concealer. So as you all most likely know, it's got like this little spongy top. The frick? Oh, it's a twist, I think. Then it's got this little sponge tip. We're getting some. I've never had something put on concealer like this. It's very yellow looking. Okay. And now obviously that's all dirty. Doesn't look as cute anymore, but okay. Oh wow, it blends out so nice. Okay, so here's that concealer. I'm just gonna set it and finish the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back to say how I feel about it at like first impression. Okay, so here is my finished makeup with the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I will say one thing is when I first put it on, it was really good coverage, but it almost felt like it was a little bit cakey because it was such good coverage, but that might just be a mix with my dry skin. But for the most part, I really like how it looks. Like I said before, I have like a crease and it's falling into it a bit, but not too bad, so hopefully that stays under control, but I will touch back at the end of the day. Okay, you guys, funny story with the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I am wearing it right now, but it is a different day. Okay, so I filmed me putting it on yesterday, but then last night I got home really late and I just like immediately took my makeup off when I got home, and I was like, I got into bed and I was just like, I didn't look at my concealer and I didn't record my concealer. So this is the next day and it's after I've worn it for literally like 12 hours, so it has sat on my face. So it is like a one-day review also, but I didn't end up looking at it last night, so I had to wear it today too, so it is like 2 days of wearing this one. But anyways, honestly, it creased a little bit, but like hardly at all, which is pretty good. I would say that this probably would get like an 8 out of 10 to me. It was a little bit dry on my skin just because my face is naturally dry, so if you have oilier skin, it might work a little bit better. But okay, let's flip to the next concealer we have to try. Let's go. Hey you guys, so today I am trying, I should probably, I'm sorry. I got up so early this morning. Okay, anyway, so today I'm trying the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer. I am so excited to try this, you guys. Every time I go to the drugstore, I see this, and I have hardly tried anything from Hard Candy, so I'm excited. Here it is, and it claims to be like a really heavy-duty full coverage concealer. Like, apparently it has the ultimate coverage over blemishes, so it says it would even cover up tattoos, so must be intense. So here it is. So it comes with the concealer and it also comes with this little pencil thing. I'm just gonna be using the concealer. What shade is this? This is in the shade 0312 Light. So let me just put my foundation on and then we will try this on. Okay, so here we are with bad lighting again. I have my foundation on. I swear, editing this, the lighting's gonna bother me. So let's see what kind of tip it has. Okay, so it's just a little squeezy, so I'm just gonna put it under my eyes and a couple other places. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what this reminds me of like instantly? The Makeup Forever full coverage concealer. Like, that was like thick and full coverage. Oh dear. Okay, it's looking very bad under my eyes. I don't want to be like really negative, but this is really terrible. I don't know if you can even see how crusty it looks. It's like flaking off. This eye's a lot worse than this one, and I put lotion on. That is not good. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So here is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer. Okay, so from a distance, it doesn't really look bad at all, but then when you get up close, it's kind of like cracking. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, it just looks a little bit dry. But okay, so I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day and then I will touch back at the end of the day. Okay, so it has been a full day of wearing this Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer. I don't know why that feels like a tongue twister, but yeah, it does. It just caked up and got really dry all over my eyes. Like, it almost looks like I have wrinkles that I didn't think I had. Okay, so if you can see, like right there, I usually wouldn't be getting that. Like, it just looks like it's crumbling. I think I'm gonna have to give this concealer a 6.5 for me personally. I just think it didn't really work with me since I do have dry skin. I think that this really didn't work well with dry skin because it's so thick. But then in saying that, it does have really, really good coverage. So depending on what you guys are looking for, I think this concealer would probably be really good over blemishes if you have oilier skin. But for under eyes, I don't really suggest this. On to the next day of concealers. Let's go. Okay, so today the concealer I have to try is from Wet n Wild. This was a really, really inexpensive concealer, and this is in the shade 807 Follow Your Bisque. So here's what it looks like. I wouldn't usually use a stick form concealer, but I'm curious to see how it works since I don't usually. That's how much is in there. That's pretty good for the price, and Wet n Wild's known to have some pretty good face products, and it's also cruelty free, so I'm rooting for this. Let's try this. So I'm just going to apply it out of the stick. The color is definitely the shade of my foundation, but the coverage is good. It's actually blending in surprisingly easy for like a cream. Usually a cream will like lift up the foundation a bit. It's honestly not too bad. It's a little bit oily, but I kind of don't mind that because like my skin is dry. But I will touch back in just like a couple minutes. I'm just gonna finish my makeup and set everything. Okay, so here is my finished makeup. The concealer is creasing just a little bit in this one line I have. See, it's kind of falling into there. But on the rest of my face, it is like a really, really good concealer. I thought this was gonna be really like hard to put on, but it's actually a really, really smooth concealer. But I'm happy right now because it doesn't look cakey, so fingers crossed. Okay, so I've been wearing this concealer for over 10 hours now, so I'm gonna take a look because I have not looked. Here is the line, and how you can tell if it like creased or not is basically if it like bunched in the crease. I actually think I am gonna wear this as face concealer, just not under my eyes, because around my face it didn't separate anywhere with my foundation, and it had really good coverage, so I'm gonna have to give this a 7 out of 10 because I like it for face concealer, just maybe not for under the eyes. But honestly, not a wash for a concealer. Like, it's pretty good still. Let's get on to the next concealer. Okay, so today I'm going to be trying out the Revlon Colorstay Concealer. If you guys watched my video where I tried 7 drugstore foundations, you know that Revlon Colorstay did really good for the foundation round. So hopefully the Colorstay Concealer will do well too. I got this in the shade 01 Fair, but it honestly is not that fair. Like, for being a light colored concealer, it's very, very like deep toned. But I do like how their shades don't really go yellow or orangey. It more goes like a dark like base color. So hopefully this will be good. Just a doe foot. Let's try this on. I'm actually gonna be filming a little makeup tutorial for Instagram, so I'm gonna pause right in the middle and do this, but okay. Okay, I'm currently in the middle of filming my Instagram makeup tutorial, but I'm gonna try the concealer now, so let me just put it on. Okay, so kind of like I thought, it's not very brightening, and it is actually burning under my eyes a little bit, which is kind of weird, but it's just kind of like tingling under my eyes. Okay, so there is that concealer on. It doesn't look cakey or nothing. It actually does look pretty good. It isn't brightening really, but it does blend out really smoothly. So I'm just gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, so here is my finished makeup. Let me just take a look. Concealer actually has creased a bit on this side, but for face it looks really good, and it looks just so creamy and smooth under my eyes. I'm like almost not bothered by it creasing a bit. So we will see how it goes throughout the day, but I will touch back at the end of the day. It has been, I think, around 10 hours of using the Revlon Colorstay Concealer. I'm gonna take a look. Blemishes, it really did cover really well. And it didn't do any like bunching around my nose, but it did crease under my eyes a little bit. Not like super bad, but did a bit. I'll zoom in. Oh my gosh, it looks awful. Ew, I was just saying, oh, didn't look too bad. This one's not as bad. It's pretty bad though. Like, I don't think that this is a very great under eye concealer. See, I'm saying a lot of concealers are really good for the face, but not so good for under your eyes, and that's just the truth of it. Like, I'm trying to be honest. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I liked it for all over my face. Under my eyes, I'm still gonna use it, but it does crease a bit, so just be aware of that. The coloring actually ended up being pretty good. I like how it's like a good neutral tone. On to the next concealer. Okay, I actually am having trouble like looking into the light. It's so bright outside. I swear I'm getting like snow blindness. Okay, you guys, so today I'm trying out the CoverGirl, what is this? Outlast All Day Concealer. I'm so excited to try this because first things first, I actually have a zit now. Right there. So this concealer's got its work cut out for it to cover. But so this is supposed to be a soft touch concealer that'll cover dark circles and blemishes, so that's good. And I'm excited to see how this works just because I haven't had the best track record with CoverGirl products because a lot of times they oxidize on me, so I'm excited to try this. I got mine in the shade 810 Fair. It's kind of just like a squeezy tube situation, and then it's got like a twist off. Heck. Yeah, I'm gonna go put my foundation on and then we'll try this out. You know me, just putting on my foundation. Okay, so I have my foundation on and all complete, so now it's time to put on concealer. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I don't mind this applicator. I actually kind of like it. It has pretty good coverage. Oh my gosh, that actually is so pretty, an airbrush under my eye. There's the concealer so far. I'm just gonna set it and do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So far though, that is freaking so nice under the eyes. Okay, so here is my finished makeup with the CoverGirl concealer, you guys. Okay, sorry, I'm really washed out. Should I stay back here? Firstly, I just want to say, so far, I'm living for my under eyes. They look so smooth, probably the smoothest they've looked, and they don't look cakey at all, so I'm absolutely in love so far. But let's see how it wears throughout the day, so let's go. Okay, you guys, so it has officially been 10-12 hours. It's been the full day. Why the lighting's so bad and why I'm in a different spot than I usually am after the end of the day is because my brother's upstairs and he's watching a movie, and it's just this really intense movie, and he doesn't want me being loud or filming or nothing, so I came downstairs to film. Why honestly is there no concealer that doesn't crumble around my nose? Like, why can't it just exist? I would buy it. I am beyond impressed with this concealer, you guys. It did not crease under my eyes at all, and it is probably the smoothest concealer look under the eyes. I am beyond impressed. I don't know what I expected from this, but I have heard no hype about this CoverGirl concealer, and trying it, it might be my favorite. Look at that. Let's move on to the last concealer we have to try, and then we will have our final thoughts. Okay, so today we are trying the last concealer, and that is the Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. The only thing that worries me a bit is it's a stick formula, and a lot of times stick formulas do crease under my eyes, but we'll see. Just clicks out. Okay, I'm excited to try it. Let's go ahead and put our foundation on, and then concealer time. I'm just excited to see like how creamy it is because I kind of don't know what it'll be like. Okay, so under my eyes, I'm gonna do the T. See the color? It's just like a couple shades lighter. That's what I like. Covered my zit really good. Oh my gosh, it's like completely gone. Oh my gosh, it's actually blending so smooth. There's the concealer all blended in. It actually looks really, really smooth. I'm actually really liking it so far, so I'm just gonna set it and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. There is my finished makeup. Date's in the background, obviously. We'll see how it wears after a couple of hours. Not a couple, like 10 hours. So I will see you guys then. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, so you can probably see half of my eye is done. I was literally just taking off my makeup, and then I was like, I was supposed to review this concealer, so here I am. One eye is off, but I can judge one eye. I was extremely impressed with how this went on, especially being like a stick formula. Usually that would fall into fine lines, but it really honestly didn't, and it didn't separate my foundation. This is definitely one of the top running concealers, but it's also the last one, so I'm gonna flip to my final thoughts, and tell you guys what I think of these concealers, and I'm gonna go take the rest of my makeup off. So I'll be right back, different day, but I'll be back. Okay, so after seeing me try all of those concealers throughout an entire week, you guys probably have a rough idea of which concealers were my favorite, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say these three are my all-time favorites from all 7 of the concealers. I still don't know what this one's called because it has no actual name on it, but it's this one that was supposed to be a dupe for the Shape Tape. This one was really, really great under the eyes. And another really great one was the CoverGirl Outlast All Day. I've heard almost nothing about this concealer. Maybe I just live under a rock, but it was seriously amazing, you guys. With my dry under eyes, this kept it really, really like moist and smooth. I know everyone hates the word moist, but I just used it to describe a concealer. But this one also didn't crease under my eyes, which I really, really loved. That was kind of what I was out looking for, a concealer that wouldn't crease or get like super cakey. And the last concealer that I would suggest is the Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. Now, all of these, I don't know what the shade range looks like. You guys would have to look into it. These shades were a bit dark for me just because I am so pale, but I did make them work. I don't know what the rest of the collection's shade range looks like. I would hope that there's a color for everybody, but I don't exactly know. I also really liked the Maybelline Age Rewind if you have a little bit more oilier skin, just because with me, this did kind of cake up because my skin is really dry, but it had great coverage. The one that I probably wouldn't suggest, for under eyes at least, is the Hard Candy Glamouflage. I actually wore this under my eyes in a video, and I got multiple comments telling me my under eyes look terrible. So if that doesn't tell you that this doesn't look good under eyes, I don't know what to say. I just didn't have a good experience with this one, but it does have really, really high coverage. I think it would be good over blemishes. So yeah, that is my final thoughts on these concealers and my recommendations. I actually was pleasantly surprised with a lot of these concealers. They turned out really well. Like, I definitely think that you can find a really good concealer from the drugstore, not just high-end expensive. You don't gotta break the bank to look cute. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys have other concealers that you really like and want to suggest to people, comment it down below and help some people find good concealers for a good price. So I've done this video for drugstore foundations and now drugstore concealers. If you guys want to see it for any other products, comment it down below and I will get started on another video like this. But so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!